Good evening. It came down to a deciding vote by the mayor to end the citywide mask mandate for Sioux Falls during last night's city council meeting. The vote came after often heated and emotional testimony from people who called for the mandate to lapse after Saturday. But as KELOLAND's Perry Groten reports, some of those speaking out against the mask mandate made unscientific and unsubstantiated claims before the council.
Their pleas to end the mask mandate were heartfelt, but often fell short of scientific fact. One woman told the Sioux Falls City Council that the push to wear a mask for protection against COVID-19 was essentially a global conspiracy.
And I did my research and I realized that this is just it's a global agenda here. And if you don't see it, or if you want to call it a conspiracy, that's a problem that you have. You need to look at the science. There should not be a mask mandate here in Sioux Falls.
According to the CDC, masks are an additional step to prevent people from getting and spreading COVID-19 because they provide a barrier that keeps respiratory droplets from spreading. Even though the CDC recommends people who've had the virus should still wear a mask, one speaker said masking up is not necessary.
Those of us who have had COVID should not be wearing a mask, and we should be mingling with those people who have had COVID because they have built the immunity to it. So we can safely build immunity if we have not had it by being around the people who have. This is how nature intended it.
Former gubernatorial candidate Laura Hubbell dismissed the credibility of the CDC altogether, even though cities and states follow the federal agency's COVID guidelines.
One place you don't go to the CDC because they're bureaucratic, they're opinionated, they're not altruistic scientists.
The speakers cited their own research in making their claims, but their conclusions were often in conflict with recommendations by medical experts directly involved in coronavirus research. In Sioux Falls, Perry Groten, KELOLAND News.
And another speaker in last night's council meeting questioned the safety of COVID-19 vaccine, calling it experimental and not approved by the FDA. The vaccines have been approved for emergency use by the FDA, and studies show that the vaccines available in the U.S. are effective at protecting people from the coronavirus.